Welcome to C&R Fishing Masterclass. Today you join us here where me and Grant can have a bit of a head-to-head at Shatterford. I'm going to set my stall there and I'm going to go for bream. Few roach in between. And Grant?
Yeah, well, obviously I've seen the peg, I've seen a few fish topping, so I'm just going to give it cast to shallow all day and hopefully I'm going to smash him.
Oh, we'll see about that.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of bream in there. If they turn up, he'll absolutely empty it and he'll easily beat me, but I can see there's a lot of big roach in there, so I want to target the roach.
That's my worry, that is. Yeah. If I don't catch them bream, you're going to absolutely terrorise me.
Yeah, I mean the hybrids as well in there, some beautiful hybrids in there, and you catch them shallow as well. I don't think we'll catch the bream shallow, but you never know. But if they turn up on his peg, you know, game on, but
we've already flipped a coin. Basically, tell them what pool we're on, Grant.
We're on Eric's pool, which is the very bottom lake. Clive's going to go on peg 12 and I'm going to go on peg 10, so we've got a gap between us.
I think that's the duff peg. I ain't sure, like.
Good bream peg that is, if he feeds it right, obviously. So yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
All the best.
Well, all the best.
On how we're getting on the match. Started at 13 metres fishing shallow at about, I don't know, 4.5 foot deep, and then obviously you could see that the float was being touched halfway down, if you know what I mean, and we ended up coming to 2.5 foot deep and the bites were a lot better. And obviously loose feeding casters over the top. I mean, these fish are going mad. I've had some lovely hybrids and some big roach. And the plan is to drop it short, drop the feed short, sort of, you know, every now and again, so I can end up taking a section off and trying to catch them eventually at top 5 if they'll have it. I mean, these fish in here are really wide. I'm used to seeing hooks. I mean, most of these fish have probably never ever been caught. So, I mean, I'm not messing about. I'm using 013 line and a 16 hook. So, you know, I'm just hooking it like a maggot, to be fair. And they are not bothered one bit. Obviously, the key with any sort of shallow fishing, it's no different whether you're fishing for carp or you're fishing for roach. Is the loose feed going in. When you lay that float in, straight after, they're just pulling the pole in. It's just absolutely solid. and I don't know, we've probably got 40 pound at the minute. It's going really well. Another big roach in the net. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic fishing. If you ever get a chance to get down here, the roach and the skimmers and bream are just phenomenal. And as I say, they're not shy. I mean, I've fed what, I don't know, 4 pints of casters, and I've got plenty more to feed them. I have noticed though, some of them start, I mean, that was a nice roach I just had there, but they are starting to get a bit smaller. So whether that's just a different shoal of fish coming, I'm not too sure, but I mean, the thing is, you're still putting fish in the net, and that's what it's all about. Just keep loose feeding over the top, and just keep spinning it back over the top as if you were fishing for carp, but obviously we're fishing for roach. I've got a wire stem float on, with obviously a bristle. It's actually a carp 5 float, Drennan carp 5 float, but it's nice because I can see a bristle, I can see what's happening on the way down, if you know what I mean. So with a dipper you can't really see any action and what's happening. It's obviously just a sort of a bubble showing. With a tip, fishing for these shallow, you can actually see where the fish are, because you get movements on your tip almost sort of straight away, and you can see what sort of depth the fish are at. By that I mean is, like, when you flick it in, sometimes you get an instant bite, which means that they're right on the top. So if you're fishing in 3 and 4 foot of water, you just need to shallow it up. You want to set up a few rigs anyway, and just shallow it up a little bit. Just try and find where the fish are. If it goes a bit quieter, they might have just moved out a little bit, or dropped down. Just try and make the changes and try and find where the fish are, and sometimes all of a sudden you might not get a bite. What have I done? I haven't done anything different. There might be a big fish in your peg, there might be a carp in your peg or something, so just persevere. Hopefully once the carp, you either catch the carp or you'll come back and we'll get out your peg, and then the roach and skimmers will carry on feeding them. Sometimes that's all it is, just a big fish has come in your peg. I mean, obviously we've got catfish in here, so, and obviously I'm catching lots of silvers, and it's creating a lot of activity in the water. Obviously catfish want to know what's going on, so I'm not saying there isn't any catfish in my peg, but that's what could happen. We've had it before here when we've done waggler features and stuff like that, catching big bream, shallow and wagglers, and all of a sudden you hook a cat and he's coming to see what's going on, and they just scoop up everything. But so this fishing is phenomenal. Just lovely roach, never been seen before. Come on. I'm hoping to get, just like I say, take a section off every now and again and try and get them on top kit, top 5, so I can loose feed by hand quicker and you can catch quicker, get a bigger weight together. Probably feeding about 25 to 30 casters, and that's an average obviously, and it sounds a lot, but it's not really, not when you've got a peg full of roach that don't get fed, because these lakes are carp lakes, so the only anglers that come on here normally until the winter time are carp anglers, so all they get to eat is boilies and stuff like that, big pellets. But obviously when we start feeding casters, it's a bait that they absolutely love, so that's why it's so good. Nice roach on there, I think. I haven't touched on the elastic actually. Drennan silverfish strike F1 elastic, and it's perfect for these because these fish are wild. So that if you put like a 5 elastic on or something like that, you probably just end up fishing. Sorry, not fishing, playing fish for ages because the elastic's so light. Whereas this one has got a bit more give in it, and at least if I hook a hybrid, it's not going to tear off too far, and I can control it with this elastic. Whereas with a 5 elastic, you can just end up playing fish for ages. So just step up your elastic as well sometimes if you're absolutely bagging and the fish aren't too fussed. So I'm using a big hook anyway, so it won't make any difference whatsoever.
What I've done now is I've switched to my short line where I've been feeding casters and meat, purely and simply it's where I want them bigger bream to be. Unfortunately, so far it's just been mainly roach. So what I'm doing is I'm balling like a golf ball size of ground bait, and I've used is black swim stim, silver X skimmer, and I've also put in there as well some of the F1 sweet ground bait, just in case them skimmers do come on and then bream, that this place is very well renowned for. And if they do show up, then I want them to have a bit of food there for them. But as of yet, we haven't really had any decent bream. But obviously it's still quite early days yet. I've also got a waggle line set up at around about 20-25 metres, and I've been feeding that, and I have been on that line. However, I just don't seem to be catching fast enough. Because Grant's basically having wanna chuck on the pole Shalaron caster. So the only way really for me to sort of get any big bonus fish is on that deck, and by feeding a lot of casters, ground bait, hopefully with a bit of luck then bigger, better fish move in. I'm fishing top 4 deep. It's probably about 10 foot. I'm fishing top, well, it's about 5 metres, 6 metres. And this place is absolutely stuffed with these roach and hybrids, bream.
So, bit of an update. I've actually got the fish to 6 metres, and that's where they want to be. It's absolutely solid. I'm getting one a chuck. I'm still on casters, just hooking it like a maggot, and I'm starting to catch bigger fish. When I say bigger fish, I've caught nice fish all day, but the sun's dropped a little bit now. It's just like really overcast, and I just think the fish get a bit more confident with it. Yeah. I can't even swing these ropes, they're probably into the pound, most of them. So yeah, I mean, the key is you can catch them close. That's a good thing, especially if you can loose feed by hand. They just wouldn't come that close today, or they certainly wouldn't. The bigger fish weren't close. The section back on, and they're very, very happy to be at 6 metres. I'm fishing the best depth is 2.5 foot deep. Started off at 5 foot deep, 4.5, 5 foot deep. It was okay, but obviously they want to be shallow. Like Clive on the next peg, what he's done is tried to catch them on the bottom, which isn't a bad thing if they want to be on the bottom, but I don't think they do, because the temperature's obviously still warm, the water's warm there as well. He's got to force them down, and they don't want to be forced down, they want to be shallow. They're quite happy just to take casters freely, loose falling through the water. So obviously when I go there this morning, I looked at my peg, I could see this fish topping everywhere, so I thought, well, that's what I'm going to do today. You know, rightly or wrongly, set your stall out and stick to it. And it's paid off. It'll be interesting to see what I have got, because I don't actually know. I've caught fish among older hybrids, roach, few wood, some big roach. It's been absolutely fantastic. If you haven't been here, I would recommend you come down and give it a go. Probably more so in the winter, because obviously there's a lot of carp hangers on here in this time of year. So if you get a chance, get yourself down here and have a fish. bring yourself some casters. I mean, you might not catch them shallow in the winter, but you can certainly catch them close, 5-6 metres. But if you can't catch the roach, you definitely catch the bream. That's what Clive's tried to do today. Tried to force it and catch bream, and it hasn't worked. Bad luck, Clive. But no, it's been really good. We've had a great day, and hopefully we'll definitely give some tips away to people. I've had, obviously, I'm not sure if I talked about the rig, but it's a strung out rig. Number 10s, 7 of them. Just strung out, knocking and putting the shot, so it falls nicely through the water. So you've got the roach or the hybrids or whatever you're catching can intercept it at whatever depth they're at. It's perfect. So that's it. You see me on the bank. You want to know anything? Don't be afraid to come and speak to me. And I'm sure I can put you right with a roach.
Basically what I've done today is I've started really positive. I started on the waggler, and basically I couldn't catch quick enough. The way Grant was doing, he was feeding caster shallow on the pole, it was one a bung. So then what I'd done is I'd set my stall out today really as a very positive on my short line to try and catch some big bream. However, they just haven't showed. They just ain't wanting to know. However, I've caught quite a lot of roach on that line. Lost that one. I caught quite a lot of roach on that line on the bottom, but it's just not quick enough. So basically all I've done now is I've got my top kitten one on the same rig, and I've shallowed it up, and I'm fishing about 3 foot deep, and I'm just trying to get a few fish together, just really short, just to get a few fish and a bit more weight in the net. And I'll probably just stick on this now until the end. Yeah, so what I'm basically doing is I'm just trying to put a few fish in the net and just catch as many as I can really, because to be fair, I have fished way too positive for the bream and they just haven't showed. And Grant has absolutely slayed them all day. On the pole shallow with casters, he's emptied it, and I honestly cannot wait to see what he's got in that net. This place, I don't know what to say when it comes to roach fishing really, but absolutely phenomenal. The colours in the roach, just the sheer quality of the fish is second to none. Anyway, right then, one absolutely fantastic day we've had here. I mean, look at these for stamp fish. This is just silvers only. Absolutely unbelievable. I've probably had the best part of £50. Grant's, he's had £70. Absolutely awesome.
Maybe 75 or 80.
Basically, what I've done is I went on the waggler. I just wasn't catching quick enough. I couldn't keep up with Grant on the pole, so I went all out ready for bream. Never really showed up. Ended up catching a lot of roach, a few skimmers over the top of them. What do you reckon, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, I went for the shallow approach. I've seen a few fish topping this morning, so I thought I'm just going to fish shallow casters all day, and it's obviously paid off.
I mean,
smashed him. But now, I mean, you can see Sorry about the fish bouncing around a bit, they're all okay. What a cracking day's fishing. I mean, there ain't many places you can go and catch this many silvers.
I mean, look at these roach, Grant.
Yeah, we've got some lovely hybrids here. These are hybrids, beautiful hybrids. So yeah, fantastic day's fishing.
Yeah, thanks for watching.